I just wanted to give a nod to all of the people who have gone through assisted reproductive treatment, for those who have gained success and have built a family, and also for those who have had unsuccessful treatment. You never know what will happen, and it is an extraordinarily difficult process to go through.
IVF is expensive, prohibitively expensive. It is physically gruelling, it is emotionally exhausting, it is a roller coaster of hope and despair, and it can leave you feeling utterly broken. Most recently, I decided to pursue IVF with an anonymous sperm donor. This adds a whole new level of stress and complication to the process. But I want to focus on an aspect of this experience that is being addressed in the bill today. It goes to consent, the donor's consent. Victoria's current laws are unusual and deeply unfair on this point. As it stands, my donor could withdraw his consent after the embryos are created, which would mean that those embryos, and I've got 6 of them on ice at the moment, that those embryos created with his sperm would need to be destroyed. We are the only jurisdiction in Australia that allows this to happen.
I, personally feel that this bill does actually go a long way to giving people the chance to have a family, which is something I've held very, very dear. And if we can work together in these bipartisan ways to create happiness with people in a form of creating a family, I think there can be no greater challenge that we've met.
Without assisted reproductive treatment and IVF, I wouldn't be a mum. I wouldn't be a mum to 3 children, to 2 beautiful primary school aged children at home. I wouldn't be a mum and wouldn't be able to go back or go home tonight and give them a cuddle. There is no fairness when it comes to trying to conceive when the odds are against you. But we can promote fairness and equality, accessibility, and reducing the cost, making it fairer to get pregnant.
The recommendations that are being legislated here are not particularly controversial and all entirely justifiable. And among the effects of these recommendations are that they'll reduce the costs of assisted reproductive treatment in some respects by, for example, allowing nurses to practice artificial insemination under supervision. They also remove discriminatory language. A more concrete example of the discrimination is the 10 women limit that's being removed by this bill, which will enable, for example, lesbian couples to use sperm from the same donor so that their children can have the same father. It does other sensible things such as enabling the use of gametes and embryos from dead partners. Some changes might only benefit a few people, but it will be of great benefit to those that it helps. And also I commend the government for affirming their intention to establish a public egg and sperm bank, which will be a useful public service.
I think that this system has been fundamentally broken for so long, and I'm so proud to be a part of a government that is taking this on and looking systematically at the recommendations of the review. All 80 of them we are considering very carefully, and I'm so pleased that we are making reforms to make this fairer and more affordable for whether it's women or a lesbian couple or a heterosexual couple who are trying to conceive a baby, to make it accessible to people regardless of how much money you might have in your bank account.
Victoria has led in vitro fertilisation and donor treatment procedures in the 1970s and 80s, and Australia's first IVF baby, Candice Reed, was born in Victoria in 1980. And 40 years on from that, we are establishing public IVF and Australia's first public sperm and egg bank to give more Victorians the chance to start and build their families without having to worry about their bank balance.